people he loves. Devin just so happened to be one of those people. They're more like brothers than just old college friends. I didn't want to hurt Devin. I only wanted to love him. And it may have taken me a while to get here, but I made it. My only problem was figuring out how to tell him how I felt. I better get inside. He sounded, "Be prepared." Lennox walked away, and I hurried inside. It was in the middle of the afternoon, so the bar was empty, save for a few regular patrons. I waved at the bartender on shift and then headed back to his office. Instead of knocking on the door, I pushed it open. Devin lifted his head from the cherry oak wood desk and fixed his gaze on mine. He was a fine man, beautiful ebony skin, thick lips that had become my favorite thing to feel against my own. He had perfect white teeth, and every time he smiled, the room he occupied lit up. I was used to seeing that gorgeous smile, but right now, what I saw broke my heart. After stepping into his office, I shut the door behind me and moved toward him. "What happened?" He shook his head and sighed. "They killed Vaughn," he murmured. My eyes widened, and it all made sense. Vaughn was Devin's favorite cousin. They grew up like brothers and did everything together. "Killed my fucking cousin for his car." He scoffed and stood suddenly, sliding his hands across the desk, knocking everything off. I jumped, but not out of fear. He was hurting, and it was killing me to see him like this. I reached for Devin before he could destroy anything else. His anger was emanating from him. "Hey," I whispered, cupping his face. He wouldn't look at me, but I spoke anyway. "I know you're hurting, and I don't know the right words to say right now, but I'm here. Just tell me what you need from me." "Are you sure you want to know the answer to that?" I opened my mouth to speak, but the words wouldn't escape me. Devin chuckled, and then, in an instant, had me pinned against the wall with my arms above my head. I didn't know this aggressive man that was handling me right now, and I was ashamed to say that I was a little turned on by it. "Wrong place and time, Lily." "Devin, What do I need to do, Lily, huh?" he questioned, with his lips pressed to my ear. I couldn't focus on answering because his body was snug against mine. I took a shaky breath and licked my lips. "You're hurting right now," I managed to get out. "In more ways than one," he countered. "It's been months. I've done everything to show you that I want you, that I'm committed to making us work, and you still keep me at arm's length. You need to make up your mind, and it needs to happen soon," he said, stepping away from me. I stared up at him in disbelief. His thick eyebrows were dipped low as he watched me take in his words. "Either let me love you or walk away," he continued. "I dare you." "You dare me?" "Yeah, I dare you to let me love you, Lily Francine." What the fuck? I opened my front door and stepped back to allow my sisters inside. I called an emergency meeting because I needed their advice. Devin had dropped something on me that didn't feel right, but how could I back down when it was what I wanted too? Too bad that wasn't why I really called them here. I squared my shoulders and prepared to talk. I was worried about my mother and needed their help, but I wasn't sure they'd be willing to give it after what she'd done to our aunt. "Okay, who died?" Blossom asked, folding her arms. She leaned up against the wall with her eyes pinned curiously on me. "No one died," I muttered, popping down onto the couch. I thought about Vaughn and said, "Well, not anyone I know personally." "Then what is it?" Magnolia asked. "You sounded desperate to get us here, so spill it. I left my baby at home with Lennox, so it better be good." I found myself smiling at the mention of Lennox Jr., but quickly shook it away. Now wasn't the time to fawn over my nephew. "Lily, spill it," Lilac said. I sighed and said, "He dared me." Shit, that wasn't what I'd meant to say. "What?" That was Daisy speaking. Juniper began to laugh, and everyone looked at her. "What's funny?" I asked. "Devin dared you to let him love you," she said. "That's what's funny." I was wondering when he'd do it.